Let's welcome the renowned British author, William Somerset Maugham. He is a long-lived and prolific writer, famous for his biting wit, and one who achieved both fame and fortune during his lifetime. Hello, Mr. Maugham.
Hello, brother.
Mr. Maugham, as a writer who fully enjoyed success in his lifetime, each of your books sells millions of copies. You must be considered a wealthy man among writers, isn't it so? Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to afford a 20-acre seaside mansion, right?
Well, I believe money is a fine thing. When one is poor, they can only think about how to sustain themselves and lack the leisure to pay attention to other aspects of the world, which can lead to a state of deprivation and narrow-mindedness. Money is like a sixth sense. Without it, one cannot make full use of the other senses.
That makes sense. How about we talk about the secret to your success?
Actually, I've worked in many fields after becoming an adult. I studied accounting, worked as a doctor, and even spent some time as a British spy. I wrote my first novel at 23, but it wasn't until I was 41 and published Of Human Bondage that I gained wider recognition.
Don't you consider yourself a genius writer?
I might be the best among the second-rate writers. My strengths are logical thinking and storytelling, and my weakness is not having a rich vocabulary. So, I make my writing sufficiently clear and concise. When we understand our limitations, we can aim with greater precision within our capabilities and strive for perfection.
Of Human Bondage is your semi-autobiographical novel. Is the struggle of the protagonist Philip a projection of your life experience?
Everyone's life is bound by some sort of shackles. You and I are no different. We have to learn to find happiness within suffering and imperfection. If you view your misfortunes as a cross that God has given you, because your shoulders are fully able to bear it, then it can become a source of joy rather than a root of pain.
So what do you think is the meaning of suffering in life?
Well, I don't think suffering is anything great. Suffering is just suffering. It's neither necessary to temper one's will nor a currency for nobility. It's simply a condition. Prolonged suffering can twist one's nature. The humility of many is caused by suffering, as they sometimes have to trade dignity for food. Suffering does not ennoble, it debases.
You really do have a wealth of poison-tongued quotes. The Moon in Sixpence is another one of your famous works, widely read. What do you wish to convey through it? Which is more important, the moon or the sixpence?
Oh, brother, is seeking a standard answer not a shackle in itself? You know, I created the character based on Gauguin, and I merely used the story of Strickland, the middle-aged artist, to illustrate a choice. His abandonment of career and family to throw himself into art is just one possible path. My aim in writing is to provoke thought, not to provide standard answers.
No wonder your works have open endings, but to me, the lack of a standard answer is an answer in itself. Isn't your novel The Razor's Edge about the protagonist Larry's journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening, providing an answer for those who are persistently exploring the meaning of life?
Actually, I was 70 when I wrote that book. I don't care if others think it's good or bad. I just wanted to express myself freely. To me, that's what's most important.
I see. Throughout our lives, we are searching for the real self. But each person's self can only be defined by themselves.
That's one way to understand it. Whether you choose a life path that society has established or lead a life that's strange yet satisfying according to your own wishes, both are successful. The key to the question is to be clear in your own mind.